Hello.
Hi.
And welcome back to the Trainspotters podcast with me, Joe, and...
The red-headed man.
Yeah, he's dyed his hair with red highlights now. He looks very swish.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think we should have spoiled that, but oh well.
Oh, wow.
Oh well, never mind. Yeah, we won't spoil any things. You can see that in full glory in his next video appearance. But without...
Alternatively, my Instagram account exists.
That's if you follow him, yes.
If you don't, then what are you doing?
And if you don't follow us on Instagram, then definitely what are you doing? Or if you don't follow the YouTube, what are you doing here?
Get out.
No! Hijinks as usual. That wasn't very professional, but oh well. Yeah, so welcome back to episode 9 of the podcast. This was planned to be done before a certain big thing called Christmas. Harvey, do you know what Christmas is?
Couldn't say I do.
Yeah, due to conflicting schedules of myself, Harvey, and Jaden, the last 2 episodes didn't really happen, so we did do episode 10, which was what this episode was going to be, and then I turned around and said to Harvey, look, there wasn't enough in it, let's scrap it and do it again. So we've kind of come together tonight to do episode 9, which is going to be the overview of last year. We're also going to talk a bit about our recent trip to York and kind of things like that, and I will insert pictures over this, so I will sit down and do this. And then we've also got a bit of what's next, kind of what's coming next and what you can expect for this year. So without further ado, I'm going to ask Harvey.
Hello.
How many videos did we do last year? Because you went ahead and tallied them all up, excluding obviously shorts and this podcast.
We did 71.
71, which I think is our best year on record, really. I have in no way gone back and counted the rest of the channel because that would take far too long. We'd be here forever. So if somebody wants to sit down and do that, then be my guest. So
Please do. He's gonna force me to do it otherwise.
I won't. So 71 videos last year, and I'm probably going to lead this if that's all right, Harvey.
Yes, it's okay.
Because you came in at the end, really. Yeah, there was a lot of highs. There what really was a lot of highs last year. With the Greatest Gathering, all the usual galas and things like that, and kind of locations as well. We kind of really branched out last year. We went to Sheffield twice. We went to York once. Back to Crewe again, not once but twice, and then in between you had all the local stuff from myself and Paul while Stockport was shut. Helena kindly filmed us some bits from Carlisle, so big shout out to her. And then towards the end, obviously we started this podcast, and then a certain someone who's in tonight turned up, and we never looked back, did we?
No.
You kind of just appeared. You appeared as a guest, and then you were so eager to kind of come back for stuff, and then he's just kind of never left, have you?
No.
And then he went ahead and devised the other new series of last year, which was what, Harvey?
Disused railways.
Well, it's called Closed Lines, but yeah.
Same thing, different name.
Yeah, same thing, different name. I mean, it may change. Closed Lines was just merely the pilot title, which whether that changes or not, that's up to us, really.
Yes, it is.
Obviously, we were just talking about this before we started this podcast. the first episode, because it was a little bit rushed and we were kind of working with basic info and knowledge of what we knew and anything we had kind of to hand. I felt that we could easily go back this year and do that again.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, and kind of take our time a bit more.
Yeah.
Because we were doing two jobs that day.
Well, yeah, that's also a bit of the issue why it was rushed.
Yeah, it was because we were in a rush, and that was partly my fault for trying to combine the ideas. But it did bring out a pretty good pilot for a new idea, which we. Oh, go on. Sorry.
And I came out with a Rapido E1 out of that. So
Yeah, you did. To be fair.
it hasn't seen the light of day since you last saw it.
No, well, that'll change very soon.
Hopefully.
So, without further ado, then, last year, to give my thoughts, which if I can, and then I'll ask you yours.
Okay.
Last year was like I'd say our best year on record. My favourite moment is going to be very, very difficult to pluck out because there were a lot of good moments last year, and towards the end, I think just finished it off really nicely. And like I said in the last video, I did solo because Harvey wasn't with me for that one. You were in Beamish when I did this. Like I said, the East Lancs visit was supposed to be our last, and then I get a memo that Lancashire Fusilier was coming through Hazel Grove, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I'll go and get it. And so, like I say, in typical Trainspotters fashion, there was always one more. But if I had to say my favourite moment on record, or at least one of them, was indeed Blue Peter and, well, one of them or two of them. Blue Peter and Duke of Gloucester. Because both those locos were pretty big and I wanted to get both of them off my list. And I did just that last year, and I think towards the end of the year before. I got Blue Peter off my list the year before, but to see Blue Peter again, twice, was just amazing. Actually, no, 3 times because I saw it at the Greatest Gathering as well. And to finally get Duke of Gloucester off my list was just fantastic. And that was a really good day anyway, because obviously Harvey and Jaden, we'd all worked it out quite well, and everything just ran like clockwork, and that's what we wanted. I mean, we were all knackered by the time we got home, but yeah.
I was knackered by the time we finished seeing Duke of Gloucester.
I know you were, but oh well. We got through. So those are kind of my thoughts. Obviously, you may or may not hear more in a future episode, but I'm not going to give any spoilers yet till we've worked out what's happening with that. So Harvey, I know you kind of came in after the second episode of the podcast, which basically you did.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to give your thoughts as a viewer and then as kind of a new member, really?
Thoughts as a viewer?
Yeah, kind of how you thought last year went.
Last year was pretty good. It was very nice. A lot of things to be done, obviously.
Oh, I never sat down.
Neither did I, don't you worry.
Well, no, you
obviously. If I can find the videos on my phone, then I'll be able to send them to you. But these are from long before I joined. And if I can remember the dates, I'll let you use them as a long-form video at some point.
Lovely. That could be something as like a late compilation whilst we're still working out what we're going to be doing this year.
Yes.
Which
onto this year.
Oh, hang on, you're jumping the gun a bit now.
Technically last year, but
Yeah.
It was very nice. It was
Yeah.
very fun. Favorite part of it was either York, because obviously York is nice,
Yeah.
and as well on my, as you mentioned, a list of things you wanted to see.
Yeah.
I saw a castle underneath the canopy at York,
You
which is
you did
absolutely
indeed, and you got a very nice photo. Which, if you send it to me, I will put it in the editing of this episode.
which means that's all running castles ticked off my list. Some of the stuff I didn't get to see last year is also mainly Great Western stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Mainly panniers.
I've only ever seen one castle, and that's obviously Pendennis. So I've got some catching up to do.
I've seen all mainline ones.
Yeah.
And then Pendennis, and then I still need to see the one that's in. I still need to see the others that are at Swindon.
Yeah. Well, certainly things to talk about. And kind of back on topic, if you don't mind me just swaying like a big set of points here, diverting.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel kind of coming in after your guest appearance? Like, you kind of just popped up one day, didn't you? Like, your first video appearance was the gala. So that's like the first official like thing we kind of started working together, really.
Yeah.
And how did you feel for like the rest of that? Because you were kind of into the end of the year, so
I thought it all right.
yeah. What was your favorite moment being on the other side of the camera, like being on the production team, kind of doing all of our beautiful thumbnails? I may add, a job I was glad to kind of pass over.
It was just very nice, I think.
Yeah.
That's all I've really got to say. It's very nice.
No particular favorite moment.
Possibly seeing the Stania Mogul, I'd say.
Oh, very good shout. That was a very, very good. And you notice how hard it was for me to do the top 25.
Yes.
I don't even think it was actually top 25, to be honest, by the number of clips I used. It wasn't really by number. It was more by method of here's these moments. So it's more moments than it is clips. Because it was just too hard to do. But there you go. That's kind of looking back. Obviously, we're like, what, 2 weeks into January now.
Yes.
Let's get talking about York and kind of what the funny stories behind that trip. Because whilst it was straightforward to do, certainly when it came to planning, it was not. So, shall I start? Shall I start us off, and then you can chuck in a little bit, or do you want to start us off?
I'll let you start.
So, obviously, before Christmas, it was announced that Flying Scotsman would be going on display at the National Railway Museum to kind of welcome in its 103rd year. It is also going to be touring the place. It's going to Mid-Hants, apparently.
It is indeed.
Yeah, it's also going to be doing some rail tour work as well, again, which I'm very happy about because it's quite nice. Because I felt like the past 2 years, it's like it's not been seen really. Like 23, I think 24 it was kind of active. 23 it was active. 24 it was semi-active. 25 again, and then this year it's kind of starting off strong. We were so eager to go and see it, but obviously because of Christmas, we did not go before Christmas because we thought it's going to be an absolute nightmare. We're not going to be able to get away, and obviously I was working down at the miniature railway doing Santa trains for a good few days before Christmas, so there wasn't much like working out, was there?
No.
So we planned to do it a week ago tomorrow. No, a week ago today, actually. No, hang on. No, we didn't. There you go. Joe's falling over his words. We planned to go on the 8th. No. Yeah, I am getting it all wrong. Please excuse me, viewers. We planned to go on Tuesday the 6th, but due to storm whatever it was coming in and causing a load of havoc with snow and things, the previous kind of the first, from the 1st to about the 5th, we kind of didn't go because of the weather warning, which turned out to be like non-existent. So I was kicking myself. So we planned to go on the 8th instead, literally the day its last day in York before it was put back onto the main line again. But again, another weather warning was announced, and it did look a little dodgy, didn't it? This one actually looked quite dodgy. So we ended up scrapping the plan to go on Thursday, and I literally said to Harvey on Tuesday, in a bit of a mad panic, let's go on Wednesday. And then there were other factors which I won't go into because it was all like with the fares and things, and yeah. Let's just say my back pocket was playing me up a little bit, and Harvey had to revive me. I was like, "Ugh, ugh." But thankfully, no, it all worked out in the end, and I think we got a pretty good video out of it. It was a lot more museum focused than the last one, though we did tick off 2 more locos off the list. Evening Star, the diesel, the shed, and Rapid, which was 68004. Was it?
Yes.
I love how we both had to think then. Harvey also learnt how to play Uno.
I did.
How did you find it?
Very nice.
I'm not even going to mention my flawless victory.
It's alright, you got absolutely decked at blackjack.
What, at 21? Yeah, I did. I'm played 21 for God knows how long since I was at school. But anyway, we're diverging off topic. So 2025, in a nutshell, wasn't just the year of Railway 200. It was also the year of new places, new faces, new ideas, new everything basically, and I think it worked out rather well, and I'm rather proud that we hit 1,000 like towards the end of the year. I literally messaged Harvey, didn't I? And it was like mad party, wasn't it?
Yes.
For like ages afterward, and you know, it's like I always say in every video, we can't do any of this without you, so thank you very much for all your support last year, and long may it continue this year. Harvey, any thoughts to say before we move on to kind of what's next?
Can't say I've got anything.
No, but then come back in a year's time and Harvey will probably have a lot more to say because he did kind of come in late end last year, so... But no, thank you, Harvey, again for all your help towards the end of last year when you kind of joined in, and thank you for making our beautiful new thumbnails.
You're very welcome.
I mean, I still do it on occasion, but I've kind of left the job to Harvey now, and because he likes doing it, and it's one less job for me to do. So, on to kind of what's next. What's next, Harvey? Ooh.
I don't know what is next.
Well, that's what we're about to find out, isn't it? So I can confirm that clotheslines will come back when the weather's better. We are currently looking at places round here, and there's plenty of them, where obviously the railways were. And Harvey will be presenting a bit more of that because it was his idea. I mean, I'd batted it about for a while, but the idea kind of crashed together, didn't it?
Yes, it
Quite
did.
well, and I've said to him, right, well, you can present it then because it's your project, it's your lead. You can do it, and then we'll do certain bits together within that. And obviously, I'm not going to spoil where we're going to go next because we don't know ourselves yet. January is a very, very, very slow month, so it's good because we can sit down and do all of our planning, isn't it?
Yes.
So, are you excited to bring clotheslines back?
I am indeed.
Have you got any thoughts on that? Because that was kind of your idea. So, well, I say kind of, it was, and then I just kind of went, yeah, all right.
Well, personally, I think it's a great idea because there's not many people out there that actually do it.
No, I mean, there's people that have done discussions, but there's not. Of course, there are a few people that have done it. So, I mean, but it's been it can be covered so many times, but it can be covered in so many different styles. Like Harvey and I may have a different style to say, I don't know, any other YouTuber out there that does specialize in closed lines. You know, we don't all have the same style of presenting, and there's always new information to be found, and things that, say, a video from 20 years ago might not have information on certain things that have been found out fairly recently.
Exactly.
Like, oh yeah, there was this semaphore signal here that was believed to be over there, and there's always new light to be shedded on things, and I think Harvey taking the lead on that is pretty good because, to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind doing it a bit behind the camera again, like properly, where I'm not having to always present. And plus, it means it's like, I don't want everybody thinking I'm just the face of everything, because I'm not. There's a whole team of us behind the scenes. So
yeah, it secretly keeps me locked in a box.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Keep me locked in a box. Make the thumbnails.
Anybody would think I was awful to work with. I am not.
Yeah, you keep me in a box and pay me with peanuts.
Cups of tea? Come on, be reasonable. Cups of tea are better than feet. Anyway, before we let your divulging ruin the level of this podcast, a thing I'm very proud of, I may add. That's the only... Yeah. So, of course, this podcast is continuing in kind of the next 10 episode phase, which is series 2. We'll have some... Of course, we've started using Audacity for audio recording, and when Harvey cannot be with me in person, we do it over the phone. There's not a lot I can do about that, really. It is what it is. And then we'll also have, and I can confirm this, Harvey doesn't know this, I've literally spoken to CJ, the illustrator, who did the music for the Thomas episode, and he has agreed to do us a bit of an opening theme for future episodes. So I can't say when it'll come into effect, but when it does, it'll be lovely. So you'll have little bit of theme music before you get me going hello. Whilst we're also on the podcast, Harvey and Jaden will also be doing a bit more hosting as well.
Will we now?
Well, yeah, you're going to be hosting episode 12. I can tell you that now because the topic was your idea as well.
Oh yeah.
So we're kind of doing it more on whoever comes up with the topic for the episode hosts that episode, and then the other two are just kind of on the panel. And we will be bringing back some other guests, hopefully for a panel, if we can get everybody together at the same time. Which in today's world is next to impossible sometimes. Isn't it just?
It's a bit horrible.
Yes. So we will also, we'll also have new guests and interviewees, which I will still handle the interviewing, and topics will be done between us. Unless, Harvey, there is somebody you want to interview, you can then sit down and record an episode with them and just send it to me for editing.
Oh.
As I say, we're still working out new ideas, so that's really all I've got to say, because otherwise this whole episode is just going to be about the podcast. Go and listen to episode 1 if you want an episode all about the podcast. So, kind of what else is next? I can confirm that we will be seeing Flying Scotsman again, but I think that's all I'm going to say on it.
Where?
Where?
Mm-hmm.
You know where. Remember, I don't want to give too much away.
I know where we're seeing it.
Yes, I can also confirm that we might be going to a certain place that has a nice cathedral and isn't too far away from Crewe. Which, do you want to tell them, or do you want to keep it a secret?
I shall be telling them.
Go on then.
We're going to Chester.
There you go. We're going to go to Chester at some point in the year. We also may go back to Crewe and Sheffield, because I felt Sheffield, we got a lot of variety there last year, especially with these new, what are they now? 810s.
Oh yes.
Taking over from the Meridians, and the second go round we got a lot of freight traffic, so I think the Sheffield return is due, and then Crewe possibly, because we've done like the past 2 years down there and it's been pretty good. But we'll see how we go, and then of course stuff with local stuff in Romley with Paul and I'll continue, and maybe try and get back to Stockport at some point, eh?
Yes.
And also, I'd better mention this. This year is the channel's 5th year.
It is indeed, yes.
Yeah, so we have kind of 2 anniversaries this year. So we have the anniversary, if I can speak, of the first video, which James and I did back in 2021. On the 20th of March, and then we also have the anniversary of the channel's opening on the 12th of June that year. So we may have to do one big thing, though as to what the big thing's going to be, I'm not very sure yet. Just depends on what I think. I mean, we may do a podcast episode where we talk about it. I don't know. I've not worked that out yet. I can also confirm that we are going to Legends of Steam 3, which, unlike the previous 2 events, has been moved to April. So it does mean a bit warmer weather and a bit less kind of being wrapped up like peas in a pod. I'm waiting for you to throw in a witty remark now.
Peas.
Okay. And then, yeah, like I said, there's tons of other things we're going to be doing. Places we're going to revisit. Places we're going to visit brand new. And things we're going to see. So, like I say, if we sat here giving too much away of what we've already got up our sleeves, then the whole thing will be ruined, and yeah, there's got to be some element of surprise. And also, I'm hoping the Rail Tour calendar will be a bit better this year than it was last year. For locos, I gave I'm gonna give Rail Tours 10 out of 10 because Blue Peter and Duke of Gloucester, but for local base tours there weren't a lot.
No, there was not.
No, so yeah, there wasn't really a lot last year, so hopefully this year will be a bit better. And that's pretty much really all I've got to say. So kind of to give my final thoughts on last year for locations, 10 out of 10. Harvey?
I give it an 8.
8? Can I ask why 8?
It's a good number.
Fair enough. For loco haulage on rail tours, 10, but for rail tours themselves, I think about a 5 because there weren't a lot of them.
No.
And those that there were a couple of repeats early on of the Black 5, and then after that it was diesels galore till Blue Peter.
Yeah.
And kind of overall, I'd just give 2025. I think I would give it a 10 because I think it was our best year on record. But then I think I do say that every year. But I think last year genuinely was our best year on record. What do you think?
I think it was quite good.
What would you give it out of 10?
I give it a good 7.
You know what? That's a fair rating. So I don't really think we've really got anything else to say on this now, have we?
No.
Any final thoughts? Anything you want to chuck in?
No.
No. Yeah, me neither. So thank you everybody for tuning in to episode 9. We hope you've enjoyed it. Obviously, very, very open-aired, nothing fixed, obviously, because it was kind of a look back, a look forward. We haven't got crystal balls, unfortunately, and we can't look into them and see what this year's going to bring without what we've already done. So thank you very much, Harvey.
You're very welcome.
And thank you very much, everybody, for listening. And we shall see you in episode 10 coming soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.